October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The fact is, folks in domestic violent relationships are far more likely to die when a gun is present.
Here with what you need to know to keep yourself and your loved ones safe is Shari O, and nice to see you, Shari.
Sure, tough topic.
First of all, tell us about these numbers.
Well, we have top of mind right now mass murders and gun violence and that kind of thing, but a woman is the chances of dying in a domestic violence situation increases fivefold, like you said. So 2/3 of women in this country who die by gun actually are murdered by their intimate partner, which just sounds absolutely crazy. And there are laws to keep guns away from guys who are convicted of doing things like this, but there are a lot of loopholes. So, for example, the laws only apply if the guy is married or lives with or has had children with the woman. The problem is that a lot of these situations involve people who are dating, and the laws just don't apply. Also, a gun shop can be prevented from selling a gun to someone who's been convicted, but if the information in the national database is not complete, then they only have to wait 72 hours and they can sell the gun, and that happens all the time.
Wow.
So we see a lot of problems like this. Someone who has a gun already, for example, the court can order that the gun be withheld from that person, but a lot of the time the judges don't put those in the orders, and the police really don't know how to enforce that. They don't have the wherewithal to do it.
How did Domestic Violence Awareness Month come to be?
So, believe it or not, this really only evolved as an issue like in the 70s and 80s because of the way society has kind of looked at the marital relationship for a long time. And around that point, it was realized that 1 in 3 women is going to be a victim of domestic violence. 1 in 5 children is going to actually see this happen. And so the organization was formed. Over time, a hotline was created, and then in the 90s, Congress and actually President Bill Clinton made it official. And the whole point is to honor the people who have been killed from domestic violence, celebrate people who have survived, and raise public awareness.
All right, well, while it is top of mind because of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, what do we need to know and how can we help?
Well, so we see this generally in 2 forms. There's physical abuse, which you can often spot because of the cycles. You're going to see an abuser do something physical and then feel guilt and then remorse and blame and then oftentimes fantasize with the victim about how our life is going to be so much better, and then begins the setup again for the next situation involving physical abuse, because it's going to happen again and it's going to be blamed on the victim. The other type of abuse is emotional abuse, and oftentimes that involves controlling money, friends, employment, that type of thing. So if you see that in someone else's relationship or your own relationship, the best solution is to ask for help. Plenty of resources available now, hotlines you can call, and we've also discussed on other segments how to approach someone and give them help. That information is on my website for anyone who wants to see it.
And there's a toll-free number there, too, that
toll-free
hotline,
number's on the screen.
Please, take advantage of that.
See something, say something.
Right.
Don't suffer in silence, please. Thanks for being with us.
Sure.
All right.
And let's get a check of